Yeah, bang bang rail. Do you know sometimes you wake up in the morning and you're a bit, you just feel like doing nothing. And this morning I woke up, I didn't feel like doing anything really, just going down the gym. And so I walked down the end of the road, waiting for a bus. And all of a sudden I looked down the road and there was this dog, a little staff, and it was running in the middle of the road like a lunatic, and it was, just didn't care. It just didn't care. So I stood in the middle of the road, and it's gone over the side, and I grabbed its collar. Being that it's a staff, I thought it'd turn around and attack me, yeah? But it didn't, it just stopped dead. And when I got around the collar was absolutely filthy, full of oil and grease and everything, and the dog was all greasy and dirty. And I picked it up and I went, I couldn't believe it. And this little dog was like, didn't weigh nothing, tiny little thing. So I thought, well, I'm going to take it home, mate. I'm going to take it home. And no one was chasing it. No one was, listen, if someone had been chasing that little dog, right, and they got hold of it, I would have gone mad, you know what I mean? I would have more like had a right fight with them, you know what I mean? Because this dog was just in a bad way, yeah? So I took her home, little bitch, and she had, she was a little brindle, and she had 2 white paws, yeah? So, do you know, I don't know how old she was, I didn't know how old she was, so I called her Paws. That was the name I called her, Paws, yeah? And I put her in the bath, and I had no dog shampoo or nothing like that, so I used ordinary shampoo. And listen, she was filthy, man. She was full of oil and dirt and everything, all little flies and things on her. And I put it all on and I scrubbed her. And down the road from my house is a guy, got a English bull terrier, yeah, with a big nose, yeah. So when I said, look, I just picked a little staff up, and she's in a right bad way. I'll give her a bath, but she's got all tits and stuff around her. So he gave me this stuff, yeah, that you break, you snap, and you put in a fur. So I put all that around the fur, turned it upside down, put all that, made her a little bed, and I had some chicken, right, raw chicken in the freezer. So I thawed it all out, and I give her some more chicken. She loved it, mate. She loved it all right, you know what I mean? She was absolutely starving, Whoever done this dog got away for a reason, you know what I mean? And I kept looking after it and feeding it, and I loved it. I really loved her so much, you know what I mean? I used to take her for 2, 3, 4 mile walks, and she got a little bit ill, so I took her to PDSA, because I had no money. I had no money at that time, you know what I mean? I was skint, completely skint. So I took her to PDSA, and don't charge you nothing. Took her in there, and as soon as she went in there, she went mad, man. She went to bite the people, the veterinary people, yeah, and they had to put a mask on her, and she wasn't happy with that, mate. She was going mad, you know what I mean? It's as if like she's had it before, and maybe, I don't know what, she was frightened of something, but anyway, they took her out the back, they gave her all sorts of injections. They come out to me and said, look, she's got to go on steroids, 1 a day. I went, okay. Anyway, so I used to get up in the morning, give her steroids, give her a bit of food and all that, and sometimes I'd come out and it'd be a steroid would be in a basket, which she made out to eat it. She could keep it in a gum or whatever. Anyway, I made her take it, yeah. And she was absolutely stunning. And I took her over. My mum lives in Acton at that time. Rest in peace, Doris. My mum's dead, mate. Anyway, I took her to Acton, and I took her to a place called Gumtree Park, yeah. And she's never been really off the lead. I've always took her everywhere on the lead, yeah. And even when I'm walking around the park with her, I always keep her on the lead, because I don't want her to start running off, yeah. So this time, I thought, yeah, I let her off the lead. Gumtree Park's massive, so she can overrun. And I let her off, mate, and she was just running around, chasing all the pigeons and all the seagulls. She was so happy to be free, you know what I mean? It was so beautiful, and she'd come to the name I called her Paws. And all of a sudden, I was sort of like walking with her, she disappeared into this woody part of it at Gumtree Park, and I just want to scream, ah! no, your dog's got my dog. So, oh no. So, you know, I looked over and and paws, she's got a little chihuahua, like a little rat, like a chihuahua in her mouth, and she's walking away with it. She said, no, paws, come here. And I took this, she didn't really hurt it, you know what I mean? The woman's like, in a bad way, oh, your dog should be on the lead and all this, that and the other, there should be in a muzzle. I said, excuse me. I said, your dog is not got a muzzle and your dog's not on the lead. How do I know your dog never attacked my staff and my staff's only defending itself? How do I know that? I never see it. And she went into one and I said, I'll leave it, you know what I mean? So I clipped the lead on her, took her for a walk around the green, around the big green again. I let her go and she started chasing dogs. She started at it again, chasing dogs. It was new for her, you know what I mean? She did like, anyway, I'm over where I come from, Harrow, and we went to a park by some schools there, big park there, yeah. And I was throwing her a stick and all this, that and the other, and the stick went into these big wood hedges, yeah. And she never come out. I was shouting out, paws, going mad, mate. You know, it's just night time, you know what I mean? And it was like, I was going crazy. Where is she, you know what I mean? She just disappeared. And I was out there for an hour, walking around all the woods and everywhere trying to find her. And I thought I'd lost her, mate, you know what I mean? I got home, and there she was sitting outside my door. She's murder. She was sitting outside my door, and I could not believe it, you know. And it was so beautiful to see that, you know. And I used to walk her, I'd say 4 or 5 miles a day. Honestly, she loved the walk, and I loved it for me. It was good for me, yeah. And me and her, like, was, where was it? We went to Stanmore. I walked her to Stanmore. Stanmore's miles away, you know what I mean? Honestly, it really is. We walked there, see some people, turned around and started walking back. And as we're walking back, there's these 2 guys come running towards me. But to the right, come running towards me and they're shouting out, that's my dog. Right? And I said, what, mate? He said, it's my dog. My dog that escaped from the yard. It's my dog. I said, no, mate, it's my dog. You know what I mean? He said, you ain't giving it. Anyway, started this, that and the other. I remember him sort of like saying, no, you can't have it. And they're going into one of these people, going mad, yeah? Yeah, you give us our dog. And they said, right, we're coming back in a minute. I said, oh, I'll see you later. I started walking down the road and they pulled up with the van, yeah? And these 2 got out of the van, right? And they wanted to put my dog in the back of the van, dirty old van. Mate, I had a right row them in the street. I'm on about proper fisticuffs, yeah? A proper fisticuffs. These geezers could have a fight, and all the travellers or whatever there was, they've got a yard, they've all been filthy, dirty, big guys. Do you know what? Mate? I was so happy, yeah? It just, that she must love me to death, that little Steph. And she went mad. She attacked them, man. She attacked them, like, there was me and the staff fighting these 2 guys. We bashed them up, mate. We smashed them. And when it went on the floor, she was on it. She was like mad, you staffs. Once they get hold of you, mate, they ain't letting you go. The guys are screaming, and that is it, mate. Me and the staff just smashed them to pieces. We really did smash them to pieces, you know what I mean? And I thought, that's it, mate. We ain't coming this way again. You know what I mean? Not only are we coming this way again, but they're never going to take my staff, mate. She's so beautiful. And I took her to PDSA, and they took her out the back because she had to put a muzzle on her because she keeps attacking them, yeah? And they said to us, you know, she's got a chip. She's chipped up. And I said, no, I didn't know that. They said, look, with the chip there's a phone number. I said, okay. So I said, we're going to phone the people up and see if they want the dog back. I said, look, I've had this dog now for about 8 months, you know. I've had no problems. No one's ever sort of like said did. I never told them about that. I said, look, I've had her for about 8 months. She's in a really bad state. You know that because I brought her here and she got on the steroids. I said, when I picked her up, she was a tiny little baby staff. She's big now. She's a proper woman. I don't want people to have her back. She said, we've got to do it by law, yeah? So she said, look, we phoned up the number that's on this chip, and these people ain't answering the phone, so we just leave it like that. I said, thanks very much. I said, because this sort of stuff loves me, you know what I mean? And we was over Hendon. And I swear to God, Hendon's miles from where I live in Harrow, yeah. Me and her walked from Hendon to Harrow, yeah, because I just loved her so much. She's such a beautiful dog for me, yeah. And it broke my heart what happened one day. I don't know what it was. I don't know. You know, like she was a bit ill because she had steroids, to take steroids. She didn't like taking them. She used to spit them out and I used to pick them up and put them back in her mouth, yeah. But she was such a good dog, house dog. I mean, anybody at the door, she'd go crazy, run down them stairs, and she'd be going, she'd go mad, you know. She's really protective towards me, yeah. Maybe because I saved her life, yeah. Anyway, one day I was taking her for a walk. We go by this farm, a big farm near Harrow, where I used to live, and they got all big, what's it called it? Big bulls there, big bulls, and she got him in the bulls, yeah. I'm just going mad. I mean, you got bulldogs, isn't there, who attack, supposed to be because they attack bulls now. I don't know. She's attacking the bulls, isn't she? There's murders, isn't there? There's the farmer coming over telling me that he's going to shoot my dog. So I got over there and got hold of her, and a bull, right? As I'm getting hold of her, a bull come over and hit her, yeah, and knocked her up in the air, and she really did cry, you know what I mean? She really cried, and she just stayed on the grass, yeah, and it's really tough, little stabs, yeah. And I picked her up with my arms. I said, all right, mate. I said, you know, like, it's one of them things, isn't it? So I picked her up, I walked out the farm, and we're walking down the road, and she wanted to walk, yeah. So I let her walk, put the lead on, let her walk, and she collapsed, and then she collapsed on the floor. And I always have a big bottle of water with me when I went out of her, you know what I mean, so she could drink water. I put it in my hand, and you know, she was sweet, man. And I would put all water around her neck and everything, you know. And then she'd walk, and then she'd collapse, and I thought, oh no, what's going on here? You know what I mean? And I got near my house, and I put her on the floor, and without a lead, and she started running, and she ran into a garden, knocked over all the bins. She was confused. She didn't know what was going on. It was quite warm as it happens. She got to where I live, and I put her at the bottom of the door by the stairs, go up to my flat. And she was just laying there, you know, how they laid their legs back like wide, and it's like that. And I come down with a bottle of water and another freezing cold water in the fridge, put it all over her, and then she was just like looking at me like in a daze. So I picked her up and took her upstairs to my kitchen, and put her in a bed, you know. And I thought, what's up with her, man? I run the bath, put about an inch of water in the bath, put her in the bath, and made sure. I thought she might be, I don't know, too hot. I don't know what it was. It was just broke my heart, man. I was in bits. I'm on about in bits, really bad. And so I picked her out of the bath, wiped her down, put her in her bed. Went into the front room. I think I had to get started. Come out again, and she pooed. She pooed all her bed, right? But not only did she poo all her bed, blood was steaming out of her mouth. She was being sick. All blood was coming out, right? And I thought, like, I think it was a bank holiday or something. So from PDSA at the top, they got in touch with through a private vet, right? And we went to this guy just down the road who's got that English Bull Terrier. He took me to the vets, and it's time I had to wear the masks, yeah, the COVID. That's why my mum was shut, anyway. So I went and had the mask on, and I picked my dog up, and I went into the woman. She said, look, you can't come in. We'll take your dog and go and come back in a couple of hours, yeah? I said, no, we'll wait outside. And I thought, my mate's got the car, we just sat in the car. And she come out, she said, look, I've got a bit of bad news to tell you. She's been hit something, or she got bruises all out, or, you know, just give her an x-ray. I think one of her ribs might have been smashed up a little bit. I said, yeah, a ball hit her. A ball. I'm not sure what I thought, but I said, no, a ball. A big ball. She's chased them and this, that and the other, and a ball hit her up in the air. She said, but that is not the reason that she's like she is. She's got little blue marks all over her tummy, right? And that means she's being poisoned. She's got, what's the word she said? She says she's got I forget the name of the word now. But she's got something in her that shouldn't be there, yeah? And she's been poisoned. I went, fucking hell, man. Who's poisoned her, you know what I mean? I mean, she's never had my sight, you know? You know, she goes in the back garden, you know, I'm thinking to myself, this is where you got it from, because the guy downstairs got dogs, yeah? Kids, you know, but the kids are always playing with her. She goes in the house with them. I don't know, it's like, I just don't know, you know? And I had to leave her there, yeah? And then the woman phoned me up and said, look, I've got some really, really bad news for you, you know. She's on the table, and she's upside down the table, and she's all loving with stroking her, and she's all lovey-dovey, yeah? But she's going to die, you know, she is going to die. Her temperature's so-and-so, her blood thing's gone crazy, and she's going to die. Someone's poisoned her, she's going to die. We can operate on her, you know, and she might not live. You know, I said, no, I don't know that. I don't know it to be like that, you know what I mean? So I said, well, the best thing you do is put her down, man. And listen, that broke my heart. I went home, when they phoned me up, I went out and I bought, listen, I don't drink. I don't take drugs. I bought myself a bottle of wine, red wine. I bought myself a gram of Coke. Went into the house, took the wine, took the gram of Coke, and I sort of like, it's an OD like thing, because I don't take drugs, and I was out for about, a day on the bed. When I woke up, yeah, my whole bed was full of sick, you know what I mean? I was in a right bad way, you know what I mean? I thought, I'm going to die myself. I was in a right bad way, I was crying. It's like a baby, innit? It's like losing a baby, innit? I just couldn't cope with it, mate. I just couldn't cope with it, you know? And I thought to myself, what am I going to do? You know what I mean? Do I get another dog? And I can't take the place of her, you know? So I just left it here. And every time I used to see a staff, I wanted one. I wanted a staff here. And where I live now, there's 2 boars. There's 3 Dutch hounds, like sausage dogs. There's an there's a wild bull mastiff in it. I don't know, wild, you know, pit bulls or whatever they call them. And there's an American bulldog, which they're getting rid of. And I really want her, you know what I mean? But I know that it wouldn't be fair for me to have her, yeah? Because, you know, the kids would see her and they get upset because they said they've got to try and get rid of the dog without the kids seeing it, you know what I mean? Yeah, man, I'm just sick. I'm just sick that it's a long time ago, but, you know, sometimes you think about her and I go through photographs and I see her in the photographs, you know what I mean? It broke my heart, man. And to think, yeah, that when them guys that knew that was her dog, that was their dog, Paws. I don't know what her name was. Shouting some other fucking name, you know, Paws. And to think that she stuck up for me, yeah. She stuck up for me. She let them. I mean, come on, there was 2 of them. They could have a fight. There wasn't no idiots. You know what I mean? And I was just having a row with them, and I hit him when I was hitting him on the chin. He was going over. Then I was fighting the other one. By that time, this one was getting up, and it was hard for me. But when she knew what something wasn't right, I mean, she steamed into them, mate. I let her go. She steamed into them, you know. And her and me, we just smashed them up, mate. And when she got hold of one of them in the arm, she was going lunatic. So she was my dog. She was my dog, you know what I mean? It just broke my heart, man. Can't get upset now even about it, you know what I mean? But she broke my heart a little while, you know. But I've had a few dogs, You know what I mean? And for me, this Staff, right, she was the best dog that I ever had, you know what I mean? To save her life like I saved her life, yeah? And to die like she did, someone poisoned her, or she ate something that she shouldn't have ate, yeah? It just broke my heart, you know what I mean? And anyway, just a little story, but it's a bit hurtful, you know what I mean? Anyway, bang, bang, roll, please press the like button and subscribe, nice one.